నమస్తే. బిజినెస్ హీరోస్ అంతరంగాలను మీ ముందు ఆవిష్కరించే ట్రెండ్ సెటర్స్ కార్యక్రమానికి స్వాగతం. ఈ ట్రెండ్ సెటర్స్ ఎపిసోడ్ కోసం మనం ప్రస్తుతం నెల్లూరు సమీపంలో ఉన్న జెమినీ ఎడిబుల్స్ అండ్ ఫ్యాట్స్ ఇండియా జెఫ్ ఇండియా సంస్థ ఫ్యాక్టరీ ఆవరణలో ఉన్నాం. నూనె లేనిదే భారతీయ వంటకమే లేదు. అది స్వీట్ అయినా సరే, వేపుడైనా సరే, దాల్ ఫ్రై అయినా సరే, నూనె జోడించిందే మన వంటకం పూర్తి కానట్లే లెక్క. మరి ఇంతటి నిత్యావసరమైన నూనెల తయారీ సంస్థల గురించి, ఆ సంస్థల ప్రమోటర్ల గురించి తెలుసుకోవడం ఆసక్తికరం కాదు. అందుకే బ్రాండెడ్ ఆయిల్ తయారీ రంగంలో ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, తెలంగాణ, కర్ణాటక, ఒరిస్సా, ఛత్తీస్గఢ్ ఇలా పలు రాష్ట్రాల్లో మార్కెట్ లీడర్గా వెలుగొందుతున్న ఫ్రీడమ్ రిఫైన్డ్ ఆయిల్ తయారీ సంస్థ జెఫ్ ఇండియా ప్రమోటర్ గురించి, ఆ సంస్థ భవిష్యత్తు ప్రణాళికల గురించి తెలుసుకునే ప్రయత్నం చేద్దాం.
ఐసిఐ, బ్రిటానియా, ఐటీసీ లాంటి అగ్ర సంస్థల్లో 3 శతాబ్దాలకు పైగా పనిచేసిన అనుభవంతో అకల్మార్ ఆయిల్ అండ్ ఫ్యాబ్స్ ను 0 నుంచి 1000 కోట్ల రూపాయల టర్నోవర్ కు పెంచి సత్తా చాటుకున్న ప్రదీప్ చౌదరి మొదటి తరం వ్యాపారవేత్త. వంట నూనెల పరిశ్రమకు దగ్గరగా మసలి మమేకమైన అనుభవంతో ఈ పరిశ్రమలో తనకంటూ సొంత గుర్తింపు కోసం తిరుగులేని బ్రాండెడ్ ఉత్పత్తులను వినియోగదారులకు అందించాలనే లక్ష్యంతో జెమినీ ఎడిబుల్స్ అండ్ ఫ్యాట్స్ సంస్థను 2009లో నెలకొల్పారు. ప్రదీప్ చౌదరి సమర్థత, కార్యదక్షత గుర్తించిన రుచి సోయా ఇండస్ట్రీస్ జెఫ్ ఇండియా ఈక్విటీలో సగం వాటా తీసుకునేందుకు ముందుకొచ్చింది. వంట నూనెల తయారీ మార్కెటింగ్ లో ప్రదీప్ చౌదరి విస్తృత అనుభవానికి రుచి సోయా, ఆ తర్వాత గోల్డెన్ అగ్రి వంటి దిగ్గజాలు తోడవడంతో ఈ కాంబినేషన్ విజయ పరంపర కొనసాగుతోంది. ప్రస్తుతం జెఫ్ ఇండియా ఫ్లాగ్షిప్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఫ్రీడమ్ రిఫైన్డ్ ఆయిల్, సన్ఫ్లవర్ ఆయిల్ విభాగంలో ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, ఒడిశా రాష్ట్రాల్లో నెంబర్ 1 గా రాణిస్తోంది.
It's the relentlessness to rise above the ordinary. It's the constant pursuit to reach greater heights. It's about being nothing but the best. Simply put, excellence is a spark that ignites leadership. It is such a spark that triggered the growth of one company that has grown to become a leader in the edible oils industry. Gemini Edibles and Fats, also known as GEF India. Based in Hyderabad, GEF India was founded in 2009 by Mr. Pradeep Chowdhry, a man with a vision of excellence and immense experience in the oil industry. A man who led the company to greater heights in a matter of just 5 years.
నెల్లూరు సమీపంలోని కృష్ణపట్నంలో 135 కోట్ల రూపాయల పెట్టుబడితో నెలకొల్పిన ప్లాంట్ 1000 టన్నుల దినసరి ఉత్పత్తి సామర్థ్యంతో పనిచేస్తోంది. కాకినాడలో మరొక ప్లాంట్ 300 టన్నుల ఉత్పత్తి సామర్థ్యంతో ఏర్పాటైంది. ఫ్రీడమ్తో సహా తమ వంట నూనెల బ్రాండ్లన్నింటినీ దేశవ్యాప్తంగా వినియోగదారులందరికీ అందించాలన్న లక్ష్యంతో దూసుకెళ్తున్న ప్రదీప్ చౌదరి అందుకోసం ఎటువంటి కార్యాచరణతో సిద్ధమవుతున్నారో తెలుసుకుందాం.
So congratulations. We see a lot of progress here in the last 4 years.
Thank you so much.
The plant capacity, it seems, has gone up. The turnover almost had gone up by 3 times, threefold.
Almost 3 times, yes.
Almost 3
in
times.
the last, say, about 4 years.
4 years. Now, Freedom Refined Oil is the leading brand, the number 1 brand in the Telugu states in the edible oil markets. So, what factors have contributed to this growth?
First of all, I think it's God's grace. We have, I mean, if I look back last 4 years or let's say 7 years since the brand was launched, we have pursued all the elements required in marketing vigorously in the right way. And the entire team at our company, Gemini Edibles, has really worked hard for it. So we've, let's say, the brand name was right in the first place. I mean, we chose a brand, Freedom. We have ensured that our distributors are happy.
Okay.
We have ensured that we keep it as a value for money product. The consumer, once she tries our product, we are confident that she will stick to our product.
Okay.
Because of the quality and the value for money. And above all,
So my wife is the best example. Once she tasted freedom, then she stopped using the other oils, and then
So I'm
she
happy.
shifted entirely to freedom.
I'm very happy to hear that, and we are very confident that most customers are like that. That's why we have grown from zero market share 7 years ago. We launched only 7 years back compared to a lot of leading brands who are present for 25 years. Today we are at close to 40% market share in the Telugu states.
So you'll label it as a marketing success.
I think others should label it as a marketing success.
Okay.
But definitely we are very happy with what we have done so far.
The edible oils market is of late very much in news for
Yes.
right reasons and the wrong reasons.
Yes.
One is, of course, for the right reason is, of course, people are, as the standards of living are going up, people are using more branded edible oils compared to earlier usage of non-branded ones. That's one thing. And on the flip side, there's this adulteration thing that has come up of late. So most of these non-branded oil producers, they're of course they're resorting to all kinds of practices. One is the adulteration problem. The other thing is, of course, the consumer is not getting the right weight for what kind of money that he's paying. So how do you address these issues, not from your company point of view, but
As industry.
from the
See, edible oil growth, first to answer your first question, edible oil is growing annually at the rate of 5%. Population is growing at 2%, per capita is growing at about 3 to 4%. So annual cooking medium consumption in the country is growing at about 5 to 6%. We still have to catch up to the world average. Today, for instance, in India, our per capita consumption is about 15 kilograms. The world average is 20 kilograms. But if you go to the Western world, they consume 40 to 50 kilograms. So we are way behind even now. Now, like you mentioned very rightly so, that with growing incomes, growing disposable incomes, the Malthusian law says that first you spend more on the basic necessities, as you earn more. So food is the first item that you'll start consuming more. So that's why we are growing. And the package segment is the second question.
Yes.
Package segment is growing at a faster rate because the consumers are wanting to buy a good product, they want to buy a pure product, and more new companies, the bigger companies are coming and advertising their products, and they are seeing the benefits of buying packaged product compared to earlier or loose, because the packaged products will assure you no adulteration, it will assure you that the quality is the best, and also in terms of weight, and it is governed by FASSI. So the government body is also monitoring the all these aspects of quality, adulteration, weights and everything. Yes, for the wrong reasons what you mentioned, that there are factors of adulteration in the market, there are factors of lower weight in the market, but these are all done by very few smaller players in the market. The industry today is highly consolidated. In fact, 70% of the branded edible oil industry will be with the medium to large players, no longer with the small players. And as the volumes grow, this is going to consolidate even more. So I think it will be a thing of the past, this adulteration and short weight.
But the lower income group people use mostly non-branded oils.
It's reducing, Vasan. It's come down significantly. I am telling you, the branded edible oil is growing at 10 to 15% to 20% per annum. Edible oil is growing at 5. So obviously the conversion from loose to packaged is happening rapidly. Today, for instance, in India, I think more than 2/3, 60% would be packaged in terms of consumption, which if you say 20 years ago or 25 years ago was only 5% or 10%. And this is growing very fast.
And if you take the edible oils market from state to state, it varies. So the preferences will vary, the kind of oils that they use. For instance, in the southern part of the country, especially in Telugu states, the sunflower oil usage has gone up in the last, say, 1 decade or so.
Consumption habits traditionally goes centuries, habits are formed over centuries, not over decades. So it is availability which drives consumption.
Earlier people used to use groundnut oil. here in the Telugu
Exactly.
states.
So what happened? I'll start from the world example. Let's say USA grows a lot of soybeans. Malaysia, Indonesia, they grow a lot of palm oil. Europe grows a lot of sunflower oil or rapeseed oil. So those respective countries, like USA, you go, everybody consumes soybean oil because they grow there. So that is why traditionally in the South India, groundnut was a big crop. After that, sunflower, the pioneer was South India, which is the states of Andhra Pradesh and which is Telangana,
Tamil
today,
Nadu and-
Karnataka. So they started the sunflower cultivation. In fact, ITC was a pioneer in sunflower. So ITC started their crop development in the southern states.
Okay.
So availability drove consumption. So today that has become a habit. So you go to North India, you go to Central India, they consume a lot of soybean oil because soybean is grown there. Likewise, mustard is grown in North India. So you're right, I mean sunflower oil. And in South India, coming specifically where we are present, in the middle income to higher income group people, even a lot of lower income group people, they consume only sunflower. The second oil is palm oil.
So
sunflower
freedom among the sunflower oil segment, freedom is number one.
Freedom is by far number one. I mean not number one, we are by far number one.
Okay, number
We
one
would
in
be-
the south.
We are number one in Telangana, Andhra, Orissa. We have launched in Karnataka about a year back. So we are just growing in Karnataka. We are just present, you can say. We are not to be reckoned anything at all in Karnataka. as yet.
All India, what
All India, if you see sunflower category, Kaleshwari, which is their gold winner brand, they are number one. We are number two on an all India basis. Yeah. This is as per the AC Nielsen statistics.
A brand from Hyderabad,
Yeah.
he is number two.
Yes.
So that's a significant achievement.
Thank you very much, Vasant, and we are very proud and we are very happy. Right now, what has happened is that we have just only done some alterations and modifications to enhance the capacities by about 10, 15, 20%, you know. So let's say sunflower, what we are producing 200 tons earlier, we are producing 300 tons. The same plant, but we've altered certain equipments to just enhance the capacity. But what we are doing now is because we have reached 100% capacity here, we set up a plant in Kakinada for sunflower only, which is a 300 tons per day plant. There also now we are running at 100%.
So put together we have 600 tons per day.
We are having
for sunflower.
600 tons per day of sunflower we refine.
Okay.
And palm is 600 tons per day.
So total we have 1200 tons per day. of,
Plus another 100 tons we do palm kernel.
palm kernel.
Yeah.
So
our
where
total
is it
capacity
used? The palm kernel
Palm
oil?
kernel is a specialty oil used mainly for chocolates.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's a value added product.
It's a value added product. So palm kernel is a highly specialty product and goes to these institutions like Nestle's and Cadbury's who are highly quality conscious.
So is there a big demand for palm kernel oil from the chocolate and bakeries?
Yeah, it's you see the industry is growing. In fact, chocolate industry is growing at 25 to 30% in India, and there are only right now 4 producers of this product in the country. There's one company in Bombay called Kamani, then Adani is there, then we are there, and then there is a company called Bunge.
So you are planning to increase the capacity now?
Well, we have a plan to increase the capacity, but not right now. So right now our focus is first to expand sunflower. Yeah, but yes, it's a plan
Because
is
it's
there.
a
to
high
increase the
margin
capacity.
business like you're
It's-
saying,
It's a high margin, less volume.
less volume.
Contrary to edible oil, which is high volume, less margin. Here it is less volume, high margin.
What are the margins in the edible oil industry? Typical say sunflower or palm?
Well, in branded sunflower, at a variable cost or a contribution level, the margin is about 7 to 8% in sunflower. Whereas if you look at the commodity end, then the margin is 1 to 1.5% only.
Edible oil is an essential commodity, so we use it daily. So without the cooking oil, there is no food for the Indian household. So there is a lot of awareness about the cholesterol formation. So people attribute it to the cooking oil that we use. So doctors are advising to mix 2-3 different varieties of oils so that the cholesterol issue will come down. So how far is it true?
First and foremost, edible oil is a vegetable oil. So vegetable oil does not have any cholesterol. It is only animal fat which has cholesterol.
Say vanaspati. Or a
Vanaspati
ghee.
is also not an animal fat.
or a ghee.
Ghee, desi ghee, that is made from a milk, so it has got cholesterol, direct cholesterol. Or a meat will have a cholesterol, direct cholesterol.
So the vegetable oil doesn't have any cholesterol
It's
at
a
all.
vegetable oil, it has got zero cholesterol. It has got fat, which can lead to cholesterol formation.
So that will convert to
To
cholesterol,
cholesterol,
at a
yes,
point. Yeah.
at a point. But okay, there are a lot of theories today about fat versus carbohydrates. So there is a lot of theory. The point about mixing 2-3 types of oils, what you asked, that is actually recommended by WHO. What they say is that there are 3 types of fats, which is saturated fat, monounsaturated fat and polyunsaturated fats. Typically, the best cooking medium should be 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. For instance, sunflower today will have 88% saturated fat free. So it will have monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. So saturated fats are less. So where do you get the saturated fat from? It will either come from palm oil or vanaspati or desi ghee. Right? So you should then mix the 3 and use.
Can we use sunflower mixed with
Palm
ghee
oil.
and
Or ghee.
palm?
Yes. That is why
There is
today
nothing wrong in
rice
that.
bran oil, we have just launched rice bran oil. In fact, rice bran oil is recommended by WHO as the healthiest oil because it has the right proportion of these 3 fats.
So one should really start using rice bran oil now.
This is what the WHO says.
So that's the most healthiest oil.
It is, according to us, it is the healthiest oil. On top of the fat composition, rice bran oil, if it is physically refined, it also retains the origin oil, which is the natural antioxidant, which is present in rice bran oil. So what we are marketing is a 10,000 ppm minimum original content in a rice bran oil, so which is a natural antioxidant vitamin E. So provided it is physically refined.
So we are in fact world's largest producers of rice. So maybe also rice bran in that case.
Yes.
So, but then why is it not catching up, the usage of rice bran oil?
It is really not been promoted. The promotion of rice bran oil as a healthy oil or consumer awareness because of that started only 2 or 3 years ago
I see.
when Adani launched the rice bran oil in the Fortune brand. So we launched it about a year back and we've got a very good response because we have also advertised and marketed and made the consumers aware of the properties of rice bran.
ఈ రోజు నుంచి వంటలన్నీ కొత్త ఫ్రీడమ్ రైస్ బ్రాన్ ఆయిల్ తోనే. ఇది ఫిజికలీ రిఫైన్డ్ అంటే ఎక్కువ ఒరైజనాల్. ఇది చెడు కొలెస్ట్రాల్ ని తగ్గించి మంచి కొలెస్ట్రాల్ ని పెంచుతుంది. దీని ఫ్యాట్ ప్రొఫైల్ కూడా సరిగ్గా బ్యాలెన్స్. అంటే ఇది గుండెకు మంచిది. అత్తయ్య, ఇవన్నీ మీకెలా తెలుసు? నేను డాక్టర్ కంటే తక్కువ ఏంటి?
కొత్త ఫ్రీడమ్ రైస్ బ్రాన్ ఆయిల్, ఇందులో అధిక ఒరైజనాల్ ఉంది అంటే అత్యంత ఆరోగ్యం.
So what kind of capacity do you have for rice bran?
Right now we don't have a capacity, we are outsourcing it, but both our plants, which is at Krishnapatnam and Kakinada, are capable of doing rice bran oil.
Oh,
So we
so
are
you are
going
now
to be,
just branding it the outsourced rice bran
we
oil
buy from our outsourced
suppliers.
guaranteed suppliers who give us the quality that we want. But now we are going to be refining at our own refineries as well.
Okay, it is branded as a freedom rice bran oil.
It is in the freedom category because freedom category stands for health and no other oil will fit into freedom category other than sunflower and rice bran oil.
You also have palm oil.
But that is not in the freedom category.
I see. That's branded under
It's brand called First Class.
first class.
Yes, but we are not large volumes in palm oil.
So you are now trying to increase your sunflower volumes and rice bran volumes.
Yes.
Okay.
It is a household product. It goes into household and there are better margins in this business.
So Mr. Chowdhry, modernize the technology. We are making the process like this. You are first physically refining it, then blending it and deodorizing it. So all oils then will become neutral.
All refined oils are neutral oil in taste because they go through a process of neutralization where we removed all the impurities and then they go through a process of deodorization where all the flavors and the odors are removed.
So in this process you will use a lot of chemicals.
Chemicals which are standard edible grade chemicals,
edible grade chemical.
and these chemicals are removed in the process of refining.
So there will be no harm because of these chemicals.
They're used world over. They're used in the Western world. They're used everywhere. So it is absolutely neutral, and it is certified fit for edible consumption. Absolutely, there's no question about it.
So let's go and see how you are packaging your oils
Yeah, sure.
from your
Let's go.
packaging unit.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
So next 4 years, you will become a 10,000 crore brand.
Yeah. We're looking at a similar 300 tons per day capacity to start with.
కన్జ్యూమర్లకు మేము ఒక అష్యూరెన్స్ ఇస్తున్నాము, తక్కువ వాడండి బట్ సరైన ఆయిల్ వాడండి. సో ఫ్రీడమ్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్ ఆ స్పేస్లో ఉంది.
TV5 మనీ ఛానల్ ను సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోవడం మర్చిపోకండి. మీ ఫేవరెట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ను లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి. సబ్స్క్రైబ్ టు దిస్ ఛానల్ TV5 మనీ and like our videos.